As Governor Bush spends his first Christmas season in the governor's mansion, he's calling the past year an exciting one.
Speaking with Channel 8's Doug Fox, the governor took time out to reflect on the past and to discuss his plans for the future.
These are all done by local artists from each county.
Bulbs from almost every one of the state's 254 counties adorn a Christmas tree in the governor's mansion. It's a historic place where George Bush learns about the job of being governor in a home he calls a historical boot camp.
Every governor, and the state is right in insisting that governors live here, because you recognize that you're not it. You're part of it. There are governors before you, some great, some lousy, and there'll be governors after you, some great, some lousy, and your job is to keep the office intact to the best of your capacity. Seriously, I mean, this is what the mansion does to you. It takes the edge off.
Even Democratic legislators concede Bush has had an extraordinary first year as governor. His 4 major campaign promises all became law, but there is some unfinished business. Our property tax system, he says, scares away new and expanding industry, hurts homeowners, and gives some businesses a free ride. He doesn't want a personal income tax, but he is working to find an alternative.
What I've done is I've put a group of people in place, including people contributed by the lieutenant governor and the speaker and the comptroller, to explore alternatives to raise enough money to eliminate school property taxes.
A gross receipts tax is one possible alternative for state funding of education, but more study is needed. Many school systems, meanwhile, continue to ignore the new reforms such as charter schools with more local control. Bush wants to attack that problem and another one.
I believe that we ought to, and you're going to hear me say this next year, starting early of next year, that we ought to insist upon excellence in a lot of subjects. But for those who can't read, we ought to win that war.
In this season of the year when families are so prominent, the governor says if family means a stable future, then lack of family means an unstable future. And we have too many babies being born out of wedlock. It worries him that 1 out of every 4 children born in the state is illegitimate. And he concedes it may take many governors before there is a change in the moral character of Texas. Doug Fox, Channel 8 News, Austin.
Still ahead on News 8 Daybreak, a story of success for some Dallas parents who couldn't afford to buy their children gifts. We'll tell you how they're working their way to a Merry Christmas.
And a reported clash in the Cowboys camp could lead to major changes next season. Find out who's taking the offensive line after this.
Well, it's Friday, December 22nd. The time is 6:11.
Gone wrong.